Hey, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to start working on our coach project where you are going to show me what your business is building would look like. Yesterday, you should have started working on your business plan. You needed to come up with what type of business you wanted. Was it a construction company? Is it a doctor's or a veterinarian office? Is it a restaurant? Is it a clothing store? Is it a garden shop or a sporting goods store? Then you needed to come up with a clever name for your store. And you needed to tell me things like, what are the goods or services you're going to provide? Who are the consumers that will be coming into your business to use your services? Who are your employees? What are your high need items going to be? What's your end product? What can you offer people? I'm hearing from some of you that it was hard to go into the seesaw activity and do it in the actual activity. And I want to just restate, you do not have to do it as it is in the seesaw activity. I even gave an example in yesterday's seesaw activity about what it would look like if you just used a piece of paper and wrote all that information down. It doesn't have to look the way it does in the seesaw activity. The point is to get you thinking about the activity and get that work represented some way on a piece of paper. All right, today you are going to need to either get a couple of supplies to make this final project for your coach project. The way we would do it if we were still actually coming to school each day is we would be using some recycled materials. So I have a collection of boxes. I have a lasagna box. I have a box from Amazon. I have some cereal boxes, a box from the soap that I use, a box from the tea that I use, my box from my Apple AirPods, and some toilet paper and paper towel rolls. These are the things that I can use to create what my building would look like. I'm going to kind of create a sculpture or a 3D mock-up of what my business would look like. If you don't have these materials handy, or if you forgot to save them, that's okay. I'm going to give you a second option today. You can get out a piece of paper and you can take your time and really spend a lot of time, like you're in art class with Mrs. Moshberger, and draw a picture of what you think your business would look like. And when you get that done, I want you to do as much as you can to give it as much detail as you can. We're going to talk a little bit more about what those details are and what all of the first grade teachers are looking for in your project. I'm going to start, because I have the materials on hand, I'm going to kind of walk you through how I would think about doing this. Some of the other materials you might need are tape of some kind. It can be Scotch tape like this, masking tape, painter's tape, duct tape. If you have glue sticks and you can use, that's fine. Just something to kind of hold the boxes together. Because if I take all of these boxes out, let's say I wanted to use my Amazon box as the main part of my building. So I would just fold this all down. I would use some tape to hold the box together nice and tight. And then, boom, I have a nice little box that's all sealed shut. Now, if you remember correctly from my business plan, I had Lucy's Garden Spot. I wanted to have a place where you can go buy plants and flowers and gardening materials, because that's what I've been doing a lot in my free time. This could be my business. I could paint it if I wanted to and make it look like a store, but it's kind of boring. It's just a box. And if you look around and see some of the other businesses that you might find, buildings have some interest to them. They're not just four plain square walls. Think about what some of the buildings in North Hills look like. Think about what our school looks like. Think about what Target looks like. Think about what a McDonald's building or a Burger King or a Starbucks building looks like, and try to incorporate some of those details when you make your design. So I'm going to go ahead and use this as my first part. And then I'm over here looking, and I'm thinking this cereal box might be a really good add-on, because I know at a garden store, some of those plants need to have shade so that they won't burn up in the hot North Carolina sun. So I'm going to take this box, and I think I'm going to add it just like this and create an overhang so that those shaded plants could be down here and get shaded from the sun. So what I would do to attach these two boxes together is either get a glue stick and cover glue on the part that I want to put down, or, because I don't have one handy right now, I'm just going to get some tape and I'm going to start taping the boxes together. the best I can. Now remember, this is going to be a little tricky. It might be a little hard, but we've got to make sure that we don't just give up because it's feeling a little tricky or hard. All of you boys and girls are really smart, creative boys and girls. You just have to be willing to put a little bit of effort in, have some perseverance, and really decide that you're going to do it, even if it's feeling hard. If you're getting really too frustrated while you're starting to put things together, that's okay. Take a 5-minute break, do a brain break, walk outside really quick, get some fresh air, go get a snack, and then come back to it after you feel like you've calmed down a little bit. All I'm doing, I'll move it down a little bit, I'm just taking some of this clear tape and I'm attaching it to the 2 boxes so that I can start to build my building. And so that they'll stay together. And I'm going to put tape around all the sides. I'd already put some tape on here when I was talking about perseverance. Now I'm going to come over here and add some tape to this side. And then I think just to be extra certain, I'm going to turn it upside down and I'm going to add some tape here. So when this is done, I can look at my business or my building for my business and I can decide, is that everything that I need? So let's see. This can be the main part of the store. This is part of the roof. This creates a little bit of an overhang so that plants that need some shade can be shaded from the hot sun. Now, let's see. Well, I think I could probably do a little bit better. So I think this is the way I want to have the building, so that the front would be right here, the front door where maybe you walk in. And then over here, people can walk out, and this is where all the garden plants would be. The shaded plants would be here, and the plants that can have sun would be out here. So let's see. I think if I take, and I'm going to look, and I'm going to try some boxes. Oh, lucked out first try. I'm going to take this box from my Apple AirPods, and I'm going to put it, do I want it in the middle? No, I think I want it over here. That's where I'm going to put this box, and this is going to be my front door. Because even like if you think about Brooks, we have a little area called a vestibule or a lobby where people come in, but they're not all the way in the store yet or all the way into the school yet. They have another set of doors that they can get into. And a lot of stores have that. Grocery stores have that. Target has that. A lot of the malls have a spot where you walk in one side of the door, but you're not exactly where you want to be. You have to walk through some more doors before you go. And again, I'm just going to turn it around and I'm going to add tape to as many sides as I can so that it stays on nice and secure. All right. For time's sake, I'll wait and add some more there later. All right, so now I have a pretty good design for a building. I don't think I want to add anything else. Now, one of the things that you really need to think about when you're designing your building is what's the purpose of your building? Would a doctor's office necessarily be in a skyscraper? Or would a restaurant really need like a 30-story building? Probably not. I have a garden business. They're usually just 1 story. So that's why I'm going with a building like this. Think about some of the things that you want. Last year, one of my kids created a restaurant and he had a design kind of like this, and he decided this was the rooftop patio that people could go out and eat dinner on. These are some of the details that you're going to need to think about as you are starting to create your business. Really think about the businesses that you might have that you might go to. What does your doctor's office look like, or your dentist's office look like? What does the restaurant that you like to go to look like? Try to use some of that as you're designing your business. All right, now I have my building. Do you think I'm done? Maybe. If we were back at school, this is the point where we would start getting out some paint and we would paint this. First, I would paint it all gray or white to cover up all of the pictures and the Wegmans and all of that stuff. And then I would pick colors that a building really are. Like I'd probably color it gray and maybe make this part green, since garden centers are all green, and start to make it really look like a building. I would then use some construction paper to show where the windows are, to show where the doors would be, to probably have a big sign right across here that says Lucy's Garden Spot. I paint the roof, probably black or maybe gray or brown, because that's usually the color that roofs are. Now, I understand you might not have paint available, and that's okay. If you don't have paint, don't worry about it. I still get to see what you think you want your business to look like. If you have paint or paper available that you can cover all of this and make it look more like a building, then take some time and put those extra details in. And then when that's all done, you can upload it to Seesaw. And what I want you to do is shoot a video where we can see all the sides of your business. So I might just go ahead and set it on my table and take my iPad or my phone. And when it's sitting there, go all around with the video so we can see what it looks like. I'm going to try to find some videos of my kids' projects last year so you can have a kind of an idea of what it is that I'm looking for and that your teachers are looking for. This isn't something to just rush through. We want you to take your time. We want you to be thoughtful. We want you to be creative and really think about what would make a good building that matches the type of business that I have. All right, that's option number one. Again, maybe you don't have boxes or glue or the tape to hold them all together. So I'm going to give you a second option. I want you to get a piece of paper. I don't care if it's lined paper like I have in my journal here. You were going to sit down and you were going to take some time to just draw what you think that business would look like. And as you're drawing that building, I want you to be thoughtful about, where would the doors be on my building? Where would windows be? Where would the sign, because almost every business has a sign on it that tells you the name of the business. And you can add some other details, like maybe like if I was going to draw a picture of Lucy's Garden Shop, I would draw that building, and then I might show some of the trees and the flowers that are for sale on the side. And then if you have crayons or watercolors or coloring pencils, color it in and make it look really nice and pretty. And then you can just take a picture of it, upload it to Seesaw using the video feature, and talk all about your business. How many stories do you think it is? Is it a big building, a small building? Talk about some of the features. Why did you put the door where you put the door? Why are there the windows or no windows? Why does the sign look the way the sign looks? All right, hopefully that's pretty clear. If you're having a little bit of a question about what to do, rewind the video and watch it again. On Friday, I'm going to be available from 9:30 to 10:30 for any first grader to drop in and talk to me about their project, and then from 1 to 2. All you have to do is go into the slides on Friday, find my picture, click on it, and it'll take you right to it. Any first grader is welcome. If you would rather talk to your teacher, have your parents talk to them, and then your teacher can set up a time for you. Let's see, is there anything else we need? Nope, just remember, you can do this. You've already done 2 great coach projects. You all were able to build a wall that looked really, really impressive. You all were able to make a map that showed past and present. So I know you can either draw a really detailed picture of what your business might look like, or use recycled materials like my boxes to show what you think the building would look like. And then add as much detail as you can. If you have paint, great. If you do not have paint, please don't give your mom and dad a hard time. Just won't paint it. I can still see what the business looks like. So can Miss Hess, Miss Suffrage, Miss Geese, and Miss Baylor. Again, if you have any questions, pop into my office hours on Friday, 9:30 to 10:30, or 1 to 2, or contact your teacher and tell them you want their help. In the meantime, see you, love you, bye.